She's an award-winning local architect who brings a healthy dose of Zen to her designs. She created one of the largest woman-owned architectural firms in the country. It's now housed in an old dance hall on U Street. Wendy Rieger introduces us to architect Suman Sorg, who is changing the way we see and use buildings.
This is not what most people would see when they imagine a place for homeless veterans. But this is Suman Sorg's vision, being built on North Capitol Street. Sorg believes buildings can make statements visually and socially.
Here is a building that serves basically homeless veterans and low-income residents. We wanted to serve them to the fullest extent possible and didn't want to hold back anything, and they deserve the view of the Capitol as much as anybody else.
Sorg creates out of her vast offices on U Street in what was once Murray's Casino and Dance Hall during the Black Renaissance of the 30s. She redesigned this interior, keeping the historic old trusses and the wide open spaces that she believes inspire.
It lets your mind float out and away and lets you imagine things.
And boy, can she imagine things. Her iconic designs tower over cities in her native India and add to the sizzle of Miami. But design also has to create a sense of place, as we see in the U.S. Embassy in Barbados and the consulate in Indonesia.
You know, usually don't go for just a big bang for the sake of a big bang. I'm attracted to, triangles or circles or squares and rectangles that are definable and easy to recognize.
Sorg has turned those shapes into award-winning designs throughout our area, like the Southern Regional Technology and Recreation Complex in Fort Washington, condominiums in downtown and the U Street corridor. The shapes even appear in her art, floating up in the mist of the saturated pigments that echo the garments and sunsets of her native India.
There's no way you can deny the kind of cultural cues you grew up with.
Sorg came to Washington from India at 17 to study at Howard University in a field that has always been dominated by men. She has created the largest woman-owned architectural firm in the country. And after 30 years, she says she's just getting started.
Actually, architects don't bloom till they're 80.
If only we could all peak when we turn 80. That residence that Sorg designed for the homeless veterans on North Capitol Street, that could be finished by the end of this year. Jim and Doreen, back to you.
I'm looking forward to that.